Hey, everyone. So if you're here for this deep dive,
Yeah.
chances are you've heard of DeepSeek
Oh, yeah.
and maybe even run into that server busy message.
Oh, tell me about it.
It's this seriously powerful language model
Yeah.
from a Chinese company. And, well, it's been kind of blowing up, right?
Yeah, it has.
I mean, especially since it's free.
Right.
But all this attention, it seems like it's overloading their servers.
For sure.
So today, we're going to dig a little deeper
Okay.
and see what's really going on with DeepSeek,
Sounds good.
especially from the people who are actually trying to use it.
Yeah. It's interesting, to see DeepSeek emerge as like
Yeah.
a real competitor to ChatGPT.
Right.
I think it's the kind of shakeup a lot of people were anticipating,
Absolutely.
especially with ChatGPT moving towards a paid model
Right.
and becoming more restrictive.
Yeah. And speaking of shakeups,
Okay.
how big has DeepSeek actually gotten?
Yeah.
Reddit is buzzing.
It is.
One user,
Okay.
Remzy1993, he joked that he was trying to drink the whole sea
Wow.
with how much he was using it.
That's a pretty vivid image.
Yeah.
And it really, I think, speaks to the excitement around DeepSeek. And, ChatGPT wasn't always this smooth either.
Oh, totally.
It had its own server struggles in the early days as it gained popularity.
Totally. Southstretch6396 pointed that out, too.
Yeah.
It's almost like a rite of passage for these powerful AI models.
Exactly. Scaling any technology to handle massive demand,
Yeah.
it's a huge challenge.
It is.
And in DeepSeek's case,
Yeah.
the attention, exploded after that NVIDIA crash.
Oh, right.
Like Infinite Contrast said on Reddit,
Yeah.
news outlets worldwide
Ow.
started covering DeepSeek,
Uh-huh.
leading to this huge influx of new users.
Right, and that leads to the server busy problem that's driving everyone crazy.
Yeah.
Ahmed Hayek even said
Oh,
he wished he had kept DeepSeek, his little secret,
Oh, really?
because now he can't get any work done.
It's funny, right?
Yeah.
You discover this amazing tool, but then everyone else finds out, and suddenly it's hard to even access it.
It's like that restaurant, that hidden gem that gets featured on like a food show.
Right?
And then suddenly there's like a 2-hour wait.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But there's also a more technical side to this.
Oh,
Some users,
Right.
like Glumscar6156,
Okay.
have noticed that DeepSeek seems to be prioritizing simple requests.
Oh, really?
He was getting instant responses
Okay.
to basic questions,
Interesting.
but more complex tasks would just hit that server busy wall.
So is DeepSeek
Yeah.
intentionally favoring these simpler requests
It's possible.
to ease the server load?
It could be.
Or is it just like
Yeah.
a matter of limited resources?
That's a question a lot of people are asking,
yeah,
and
okay,
it really highlights the challenges of providing free access
Yeah.
to such a computationally demanding technology.
For sure. Ill distribution 8517 on Reddit.
Yeah.
Put it this way.
Okay.
These models need incredibly powerful GPUs to run.
Mm-hmm.
And now millions of people want to use it. Do the math.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong at all.
And then there's the whole issue of potential attacks.
Oh, right.
Some users
Okay.
are convinced that DeepSeek's being deliberately targeted.
Really?
Personal Story 4853 even speculated
Oh, wow.
that it could be a crawl attack
What's...
orchestrated using ChatGPT.
Oh, wow.
So just to be clear for our listeners,
Okay.
a crawl attack is
Yeah.
basically an attempt to overload a server
Okay.
with automated requests,
Right.
often disguised as legitimate traffic.
Oh, so like...
It's like sending a swarm of bots
Right.
to overwhelm a website.
Got it.
Yeah. And DeepSeek themselves added fuel to the fire
Really?
with an official statement,
Okay.
blaming large-scale malicious attacks
Wow.
for registration issues.
So now the question
Yeah.
is DeepSeek genuinely under attack?
Mm-hmm.
Or is this a way to kind of deflect blame
And it's possible.
from their server capacity?
Hard to say, for sure.
It's definitely adding to the intrigue.
Yeah, it is.
But while all of this is going on,
Yeah.
some resourceful users are
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know what?
yeah,
I'm not waiting around for DeepSeek to fix this problem.
yeah.
They're turning to local installations.
Oh, wow.
They're running DeepSeek on their own machines.
That's pretty impressive.
I know.
This is where you see the ingenuity of the tech community,
Yeah.
shining through
Totally.
platforms like Llama,
Yeah.
are empowering people to,
Right.
take control of
Okay.
their AI experience.
One user, Flunky,
Okay.
said he just got tired of waiting,
Right?
and he built a local version using a llama.
That's pretty cool.
It is.
But is it really a viable solution?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
For everyone? Well, that's where things get a little more complicated.
Right.
Running these large language models locally
Yeah.
requires some serious computing power.
Okay.
You need a beefy setup,
Right.
and even then you might be limited
Oh, okay.
in terms of the models you can actually use.
Even if you can get DeepSeek running locally,
Yeah.
you might end up with like a
Right.
less capable version.
Exactly. General Oven 1523 described his experience trying to run DeepSeek
Yeah.
on his system, which was no slouch.
Okay.
He had a 5800 by 3D processor,
All right.
a 3080 10 GB graphics card,
Wow.
and 32 gigabit of RAM.
Dang.
But even with that,
Yeah.
he could only run the 14 billion parameter model at a decent speed.
Wow.
Anything larger was just too demanding for his computer to handle.
So local installations might be like
Yeah.
a workaround for some people,
Mhm.
but it's not like a one-size-fits-all solution.
It really highlights the challenges
It does.
of making powerful AI accessible to a wider audience.
But it also shows that people are hungry
Yeah.
for more control over their AI tools,
Absolutely.
even if it means getting their hands dirty
Right.
with some technical setup.
It speaks to the power
Yeah.
of open source and community-driven innovation.
Now, with all this buzz around DeepSeek,
Yeah.
the big question is,
Okay.
how does it actually compare
Right.
to ChatGPT?
That's the question everybody wants to know.
Is it all hype,
Yeah.
or is there substance behind it?
Right. Well, based on what we're seeing from users, DeepSeek seems to be carving out its own niche.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people are finding it to be really strong in areas like research
Interesting.
and tasks that require
Okay.
in-depth explanations.
You mean it's not just about spitting out
Right.
quick answers.
It's about more than that.
Right.
Take LEY Goose 69420, for example.
Yeah.
They commented that DeepSeek gives way better instructions and explains things like a human,
Oh, wow.
unlike ChatGPT, which tends to just
Right.
provide steps without any context.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah.
When I first started using language models,
Yeah.
I would always get frustrated
Mm-hmm.
by how they would just give me an answer
Right.
without explaining the why behind it.
Right.
It's like having a teacher who
Yeah.
just gives you the answers to a test
Uh-huh.
without teaching you the material.
Exactly.
Right.
And it seems like DeepSeek is resonating
Yeah.
with users who crave that deeper understanding.
That makes sense.
Another user,
Okay.
Tightwhile4793,
Mm-hmm.
even claimed that DeepSeek seemed smarter than ChatGPT when analyzing documents.
So it's not just about getting answers.
It's about getting insights.
Right. Getting insights.
And that could be a real game changer
For sure.
for fields like research and data analysis.
Absolutely. And there are even claims that
There are
DeepSeek is superior for coding tasks.
Yeah.
DEFK1R1S1,
Okay.
who uses paid AI models
Mm-hmm.
for coding,
Mm-hmm.
went as far as to say that DeepSeek
Yeah.
is ages in front of both ChatGPT and Claude
Okay.
when it comes to logic and code.
Now, those are some bold claims,
They are.
and we'd need to see more evidence to confirm them.
Right.
But if DeepSeek is truly that capable,
Yeah.
it could attract a whole new wave
Wow.
of developers and researchers who rely on AI
Yeah.
for those really complex tasks.
Imagine a world where
Right.
powerful AI coding assistance
Mm-hmm.
is freely available
Yeah.
to everyone.
That could be a real game changer for innovation.
Absolutely.
And it speaks to the potential disruptive power
Oh, yeah.
of DeepSeek.
Mm.
By offering a powerful model for free,
Yeah.
it's challenging those established players
It is.
like OpenAI
right.
and their paid models.
It's like a
Yeah.
David and Goliath story playing out
Yeah,
in the tech world.
I like that.
This smaller company comes along
Mhm.
and offers something groundbreaking for free
Right.
and kind of shakes up the whole industry.
Precisely. And it's not just
Yeah.
about the price tag.
Okay.
SleepyTan0511 actually preferred DeepSeek
Oh, wow.
for research,
Interesting.
finding its responses more aligned
Yeah.
with what they were looking for
Okay.
compared to other models.
So it's meeting a need
Right.
that perhaps wasn't being fully addressed
Yeah.
by those existing options.
Yeah. It's giving users
Yeah.
more choices and control
Right.
over their AI experience.
And that brings us back to
It does.
the local IAMA community and their efforts to run DeepSeek locally.
Yeah, they're not just trying to avoid server issues.
Right.
They're actively seeking more control and ownership over their AI tools.
It's a real testament.
It is.
To the power of open source and community-driven innovation.
They're not waiting for permission or handouts.
They're taking matters into their own hands.
Right. And while local installations might not be feasible for everyone due to hardware limitations.
I mean, you got to have a pretty powerful machine.
You do.
Yeah.
It is a fascinating development.
It is.
That highlights the desire for greater autonomy in the AI landscape.
It makes you wonder.
It does.
If this is a sign of things to come,
yeah,
will we see more people
it's possible
turning towards self-hosted AI solutions in the future?
It's definitely a trend worth watching.
It is.
And it raises some interesting questions about the future of AI access and control.
For sure.
Will it be dominated by a few large companies? Or will we see a more decentralized and democratized landscape emerge?
DeepSeek's emergence has definitely injected a jolt of energy into this conversation.
Absolutely. And it's brought to light some important considerations.
Okay, like what?
For example, Zealous Ideal Tree 205 argued that DeepSeek offered more freedom from censorship compared to ChatGPT.
Interesting.
Which they perceived as becoming too restrictive.
That's an interesting point.
It is.
Whether or not you agree with their assessment,
it
highlights a growing concern about the potential for AI to be used to control information and limit freedom of expression.
It's a valid concern.
It is.
As AI becomes more powerful and more integrated into our lives, we need to be very vigilant about ensuring that it's used responsibly and ethically.
So what does all of this tell us about the future of AI?
That's the big question.
Is DeepSeek a passing fad?
Yeah.
Or is this a sign of a more fundamental shift in how we access and interact with this technology?
It's still early days.
It is.
But it's clear that DeepSeek has ignited a conversation.
It really has.
That goes far beyond server issues.
Yeah.
It's forcing us to confront important questions about access control and the potential impact of AI on our lives.
Absolutely. Yeah, it really feels like we're standing at the edge of something big here with AI.
It's a pivotal moment for sure.
It is.
I mean, we have this incredible potential for progress, but also these looming questions about control and access and even potential misuse. It's like that classic double-edged sword.
It is. And DeepSeek is right at the center of it all, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
What started as server issues has turned into...
It has a much bigger discussion.
DeepSeek's popularity and the challenges they're facing. It's giving us like a real-time look at what a future with more open access to AI might actually look like.
And some of what we're seeing is a bit concerning, right?
Yeah, there are some things.
Like those comments about potential attacks on DeepSeek.
It's a reminder that not everyone is happy about the idea of AI becoming more accessible.
There's a lot at stake here.
There is?
I mean, AI has the power to reshape industries, economies, even whole societies. Whoever controls this technology wields enormous influence.
They do.
So what does this all mean for us, the everyday users? How can we ensure that AI is developed and used in a way that benefits everyone? Not just a select few.
That's the million-dollar question.
It is.
I think we need to be informed, engaged, and vocal about our values and expectations. We can't be passive observers here.
We can't just sit back.
No, we need to demand transparency. Accountability.
And ethical considerations in how AI is developed and deployed.
It sounds like we all need to become AI activists.
In a sense, we need to be active participants in shaping the future of AI.
Not just letting it happen to us.
Not just sitting back.
And initiatives like the local LiftMake community show that it's possible.
They do.
They're not waiting for someone else to solve the problems. They're taking matters into their own hands.
It's a powerful example of how grassroots movements can influence the direction of technology.
Oh, sure.
They're showing us that we don't have to be at the mercy of large corporations or governments when it comes to AI.
So as we wrap up our DeepSeek deep dive, what's the one key takeaway you'd want our listeners to remember?
I think the most important message is this.
Right.
The future of AI.
Yeah.
It isn't set in stone.
Right.
It's something we're actively shaping through our choices and actions.
Whether you're excited about the possibilities or concerned about the risks, now is the time to get involved.
It is.
The decisions we make today will have a lasting impact.
They will.
On the world we create tomorrow.
Well said.
We're not just passengers on this ride.
Right.
We're the ones holding the steering wheel.
We are.
And on that note,
we'll
leave you with this thought.
All right.
What role will you play in shaping the future of AI?
Good question.
Think about it.
Yeah.
And until next time,
keep
exploring.